Seems like we have a conversation to have. We finally got a break week. I mean, the fact that we didn't get a break week after the mural is kind of wild to me. I understand that they wanted to do it with Scopper. I've been really busy. I'm surprised we've been able to get this video out, but we have much to talk about. Honestly, too much. I want to talk about Loki so much, and Loki's going to be brought up a decent amount in this video as kind of like our totem guy for explaining my point here. I just feel like in general we've gotten too comfortable at what we think power levels are in One Piece. I think that just from talking with multiple people, it's like, oh, are they second commander? Are they first commander? Are they Yonko level? And I think that that's kind of going to slowly become a thing of the past. Because there's an argument to be had, I think, with a couple of different characters that they're somewhere either in between or above this. And I think it's tough to deny the fact that we're going to reach a point that's above Yonko level. I think that we still don't maybe fully grasp how strong Kaido was, how he did kind of get cheesed a little bit. How you could even debate that he's above that level, even though that is his level. I look at Big Mom and I look at him and I'm just like, Big Mom kind of has a cheap power, but in terms of hockey, overwhelming strength, endurance, durability, we play that game. Kaido wins that battle a lot. I feel like he just wins that battle a lot. But that's kind of what we think. I mean, I still think that's our ceiling. I don't think we've seen anything that has me in a position where I'm like, okay, the Gorosei are stronger than Kaido. Any single one, that's a tough argument. I think that's a really tough argument for what we've seen. I don't think we've necessarily seen everything that they have to offer, but to say that is tough. We saw a solid showing from the Admirals in Kizaru on Egghead as well, and I think that he is debatably in this level that, yes, I think that he's able to beat somebody like a King, but at the same time, he's afraid of a guy like Ben Beckman. Ben Beckman's another strange one. He seems like he's a little bit in this tier between First Commander and Yonko, because you think of Yonko and Big Mom and Kaido's level is just so strong that it's like, I don't think that there's somebody above that right now. I really don't think so. I think we have to get to a point where that's the case. Because I look at somebody like Rayleigh, and it's like, okay, it's tough to debate how strong Rayleigh was when he was young, but we've seen him when he's older, and I have to say that if he's evenly matched, of course it was kind of a quick thing, if he's evenly matched with like a Kizaru, I think Kizaru is above that First Commander, but I do believe that Yonko are stronger, and I'm a big believer of that. I think that that was proven, but once again, not really. I mean, I think that area is still a little gray, but that's what I think. I think that Kizaru is above that, and people pull out Green Billy when he's beating up King and he's beating up Queen. I even watched that recently, and I'm just like, it's a little silly. I think once somebody loses, their stock tanks. It tanks bad. The only stock that has not tanked after taking an L is Buggy, and he was like the first L that anybody took. But it does tank. They were hurt, they were injured, and Billy went in there and showed them what's up. I think that the 9 Scabbards, I mean, they definitely lost to him, but they put up a little bit of a fight. But Shanks had him pissing his pants. And I think Shanks is going to go past this tier. I just think even he would have had problems with Kaido. I think that you have to think that he's stronger than Kaido. So then we start to see this level above that. I think someone like Loki, I really do think that at the end of the day, he's probably going to be stronger than Kaido. But right now, he's got to be at least above First Commander level. Putting him at Yonko is tough. We haven't really seen anything. We've just been seeing him take hits. But just from what people are telling us, he's that dude. He's absolutely that dude. He's absolutely that dude. For him to take out like all the warrior giants by himself, debatable if he even had a fruit at the time. And on top of that, Shanks being the only one to take him down. And who knows if that was after the fact? Who knows if he was already tired? And the biggest thing that has me thinking this, because I think people might be underweighting the guy who's literally on the fucking mural, Loki. But even Scopper Gabon, who's the guy who's seen the upper echelon. I think this tier that we don't even know about, because we do have the Kaido, and Kaido was in his prime, but I feel like Whitebeard in his prime is better than Kaido in his prime, and Gold Roger is right there. They're on this kind of supreme level that other people are either going to get to and probably surpass. And if he's even somebody who's like not even wicked people, not even these crazy dudes that are evil would want to release that man into the world. They wouldn't want to do that. Which I'm excited to see Scopper, because I think once again, I brought up Old Rayleigh as a point. Old Rayleigh, there was no kind of equal on another crew that we saw. We just know that he beat just about anybody he seemed to deal with, and they had to throw a lot of people at them. They threw their young Marco, they threw a bunch of people at Rayleigh to kind of get him off. Odin went after Gold Roger and was put in his place very quickly, but then we see that he's competitive with Kaido. I love Odin. But Kaido wins that fight even without the cheating. He wins it. I think Odin does some really good stuff. Maybe he wins it like 2 out of 10 times, maybe, but he's losing. But I do think that he's stronger than first commander level for sure. I think that he's definitely surpassing that. I don't think King's taking a shot like Kaido did. I don't. And without cheating, I don't think King's winning that. But at the same time, I mean, all things equal, the person that was holding Odin to a stalemate was Scopper Gabon. Of course, you could say that they were both in their prime at the time. One Piece only takes age seriously if they're like 80 or above, maybe 70, and they're like old, like Garp that we're seeing. So Scopper now, I don't know where he is, but we know that at his best, he was probably at least above first commander level. I mean, for him to be the left arm of the Pirate King, he's got to be at least up there. I mean, he could have dropped a little bit. I think we're about to see something that maybe we're not used to. But for somebody to have seen such power, to be scared or even like you don't want to release Loki, like he is an absolute problem. I think that we're starting to see a new level start to form. And even with what's his name, Shamrock coming out, I think even he's like, okay, there's like kind of a different level to this, or there's something else that you guys have to worry about. But we haven't seen it yet. I don't see him being stronger than Kaido. I don't see the Gorosei being stronger than Kaido. And Kaido's that benchmark. He's holding for as long as he can, but he's about to lose his grip and fall to Yonko level, which means that he's not going anywhere. But it's going to become a level, I think, of the past, where we really start to see, and even Kaido said it himself. He was like, nobody can beat anyone with just devil fruits. They need awakenings, which we've seen from both Kaido and Luffy. But he knows this, and he's like, I'm awakened, you're awakened, but that's not enough. It's not enough. It's about hockey. And I think we might be able to see something with Scopper Gabon that's about to come out that is on a different level. I think that there is going to be something in terms of maybe like observation hockey, which I think has been slept on since like just about the time skip. Like it's been slept on for a very long time. And I think it's just this next level of what we're capable of, because it can't just be conquerors, because we're kind of not 100% there, but we're kind of there. I mean, it's exhausting Luffy, but we saw the fight between him and Kaido, and there's got to be something that pushes people to this next level. So I'm excited to see what it is. I do think that if this is Yonko level, there is this level that we haven't really seen yet. Like I said, I think Kaido's still holding that. He's still holding that level, but it's coming. It's coming, and it's coming very soon. And then there's this level that's between First Commander and Yonko that it's like they could compete, but they're probably going to lose like 3-4 times out of 10 to a Yonko. And it's funny because even Yonko seems to have levels to it, because I'm like, Blackbeard's a menace, which we can talk so much about Blackbeard. I don't want to get into him, but he's an absolute menace. It doesn't seem like he can lose. But within this, it's like, okay, well, Shanks is probably the highest, but nobody's past Kaido yet. But we haven't seen Shanks' best. But Big Mom definitely seems like she's weaker than Kaido. It's tough. And Buggy's just a goat. So that's all I have for today. We got a chapter next week, so we'll be talking about that. Hopefully Scopper shows us or tells us something special. But until then, enjoy your weekend. Happy V-Day.